how did the United States manage to lose the Vietnam War? I mean, before this defeat, the US hadn't lost a single war ever. So how did it all go wrong? To understand, we first need to go back to the mid-1950s, when after the French were kicked out of their colonial Indochina, Vietnam promptly split into two: a communist North led by Ho Chi Minh and an anti-communist South backed by the United States. The Americans wanted to support the South so that communism would be contained and wouldn't spread to surrounding countries. However, their big mistake was failing to realize who they were up against. You see, the North Vietnamese possessed a few things that would make them almost impossible for the Americans to deal with. First, they had Ho Chi Minh himself, who was gifted as a military leader but also had immense support from his people under promises of reuniting the country, and it was under his guidance that North Vietnamese soldiers would start their infiltration of the South. Second, these Viet Cong soldiers didn't act like any ordinary soldiers. They would blend in with regular civilians, would utilize unconventional guerrilla warfare tactics, and had an endless supply of goods via the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Most importantly though, the Northerners had extremely high morale and desperately wanted to fight for Vietnamese unity. On the other hand, the South suffered loss after loss under corrupt leadership and in general failed to win over the hearts and minds of their people, or even, as it turned out, the Americans at home. People were outraged upon hearing stories about American atrocities throughout Vietnam. Eventually succumbing to all the public disapproval, America was forced to withdraw, marking their first undeniable military defeat ever.